This episode of Mid-Ohio Rock Show is brought to you by Two Cousins Pizza Company. Located at 103 North Main Street in downtown Mansfield, Two Cousins offers the best pizza, subs, and stromboli in the area at family-friendly prices. Check out their website at twocousins.pizzaco.com.
And the Phoenix Brewing Company, offering 16 taps of handcrafted beers made on site. Be sure to check out their website at phoenixbrewing.com for their schedule of live entertainment, beer releases, and other events. The Phoenix Brewing Company, resurrecting tradition, one batch at a time.
All right, stretch with me, Emily. Come on.
Stretch?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you do yoga?
Do the yoga. Give me an O.
Oh.
Give me an H.
H?
Give me an I. Give me an Hi everybody, I'm Tommy Barnes, and thanks for hanging out with us for the Mid-Ohio Rock Show. It's an October version, by the way. We're at the Phoenix Brewing Company, as you can tell by this amazing bird back here on the wall. You might have seen an episode we did here recently with Charles Guile out of Cleveland, and certainly want to thank Scott and Duncan and the whole crew here at the Phoenix for allowing us to come upstairs into this cool space and do filming for Rock Show. Right now, as a matter of fact, downstairs, they're getting ready for their Oktoberfest. So hopefully you're enjoying yours as we go through the month of October. We're going to catch up today with Emily Raff, and Emily and I have actually had a chance a time or two along the way to catch up with each other. I think the last time I saw you was probably February for the Special Wish Foundation that Frank Medley did at the Liederkranz. So talk about that event for you and what you got a chance to do.
Well, the Special Wish Foundation was just something really fun to do, especially as a new band, because I'm also in a band, Another Element. And so what we got to do is that my keyboard player, Jody Odom Jr., and I got to open up with some of the opening acts. Right. So we played at 12:30, and then our band got to play again later that night, and it was really awesome because that's the first time our band really got to play out. And just having that come together with all of our band members and musicians, and you could really feel it click, and that's when you know,
it's going to be a good show.
This is it.
You know, one of the things that I like about it, and I know you got a chance to hang out throughout the day, is over a real short period of time, you've got bands playing every 20 minutes. So if you're there for 4 or 5 hours, you're going to see 8 or 10 bands like yours that evening.
It's awesome. It's really great. All the musicians were there, and variety of music, which is really awesome because you have maybe some harder rock, and then you have bluegrass over here, and it's just like, wow, Mansfield is very talented group of people around here.
One of the things that I've been able to utilize that as kind of a tool for me over the years, I've helped Rockin' Ribs with their event out at the college, and normally by February they've got the headliners, but you're trying to fill in the holes for some of the supporting acts and other events that come up through the summer, including the Final Friday concert series, which we have downstairs here. It gives me an opportunity to see the bands up front and up close, and then make recommendations on booking them for other gigs.
Just like an angel, the skin makes me cry. You flow like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts.
actually go to school right here in downtown
I do.
Mansfield with Pioneer,
I
right?
do,
Tell me about
yes.
that part of it.
Well, to be honest, I was really nervous. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to audition and get in. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna get in, but I got in. And they really prepare you for the professional business world. Not only do we take English, math, and science, we take our lab class, which is a business and marketing class, or we take audio, and we have ensemble and guitar classes and music theory, and it's just all around very good knowledge, and not only about the music industry, but how to be a well-rounded person as well, which is lovely.
Yeah, I think we've had interviews with a lot of people, whether it's Chase Bier or Jay Marina, Ricky Mitchell, a lot of younger folks that have had that opportunity, and I would tell you the same thing. It's not only learning your craft, but learning how to deal with the venues and the business side of how you want to approach people when you're trying to book yourself.
Right. And that is a very important part of doing what we do as musicians, is learning how to market yourself as a business and being able to talk to people older than you are, younger than you are. I mean, there's a huge age gap between musicians and everyone.
Bar owners or club
Exactly.
owners. Right. Well, you know
So-
what, you try to get on that level playing with everybody.
Exactly.
You know, certainly as a young guy growing up back in the day when the band Heart came out, you know, as a young guy, how could you not fall in love with Ann and Nancy Wilson? But one of the cool things you got a chance to do about a week or so ago down in Columbus was meet who?
Nancy Wilson, oh my god, total fangirl moment. She is my inspiration as a guitarist. I've been playing guitar for how many years now? Gosh, 1, 2, 6?
9, 10, 11,
6?
12.
Not yet. Not 12 years yet. I've been playing guitar for 6 years, and I've always grown up loving Heart. And the first song I really remember being my first song is Dog and Butterfly, because it has like
sure.
the pretty, it's like, so awesome. And she's actually with a new band now, Roadcase Royale. Amazing. Totally check them out.
I will.
They're
I
awesome.
love going to concerts. That's
Ooh,
one of my
they're
favorite
so
things.
good.
I need to be off the clock and remind you the picture. I wanna wait tonight, no answer on the telephone. And night goes by so very slow. Oh, I hope it won't end there.
I saw a video of you at Perry's Monument, and the sound inside there, besides your wonderful voice, was incredible. Talk about that one.
Well, the resonance of it and the marble really makes the sound, the reverb, amazing. And what Perry's Monument is, it's just, there are 6 fallen soldiers there,
Right.
3 British, 3 American. And over the course, actually it's about a year ago today, we went there and I'm like, you know what? This has such a beautiful sound inside it. So I started singing and I sang Ave Maria, Amazing Grace. I'm like, I need to sing the Star Spangled Banner. And I started singing, and the wind was blowing through the doors, and then you could see the flags blowing. It was an eerily beautiful moment to experience. I mean, it gave me chills even as I was singing. Everything was just so serene and just amazing. I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah, surreal was probably another word you could
Oh,
probably
yes.
throw in there too.
Oh, yes. It was just gorgeous. And people came in and they were crying, and I'm just like, I don't want you to cry. It's okay. But it was just
Well, you know, sound travels, and I would imagine that the doors were open as you described. The
loud.
sound was probably 100, 200 yards out, where
It was
people were
very
captured
loud.
by your voice and coming up to see what was going on.
It was very loud. It was just, I'm never going to forget that moment, because it was something for the people who were there, but also giving thanks to, you know, the people who are protecting our country.
Oh, absolutely. Sure enough. A video I saw of you, I guess I'll just call it a jam session. It was you and I believe Jim and my buddy Tarkington Johnson on
Tark,
drum. I love
him.
Tark. And Myron?
Myron Brenner, yes. Yeah.
And you're sitting on a stool just singing this cool song. And I found myself sitting there during the whole entirety of it like, man, I can't wait to get a chance to do what we're doing now and actually talk about your career and the show. But talk about just playing with some guys like that.
Well, when we first started out, I was just like, man, what are we going to call ourselves? And we jokingly said 3 old guys and then Emily. And I'm like, I'm just like, is that really what's going to go on our little flyers?
Probably
and
not.
That's like,
it's too big.
That's too big.
Yeah.
And the one thing I found about really playing with them is the variety of music they have.
Sure.
And being able to connect with them and learning from them is huge, especially Tark. He's so calm, Zen master. We call him Zen master. And playing with Jim and Myron, it's just
You know, it
very
reminds me
lovely.
of your experience with Miss Ohio early this year when you get an
Oh,
opportunity,
yeah.
I think, second year in a row, singing with the Miss Ohio festivities and all the pageantry that goes on with that. Somebody that we've had in front of this camera a couple times is Condrea Weber.
Oh my gosh,
I know,
her.
and I tell you what a great person to learn from.
Oh my gosh, she is a very big inspiration to me. I mean, all the hard work she puts in, Alter Ego is fantastic. I loved learning about, you know, what goes on in the pageant industry. It's so much more than just pretty dresses, and I mean, you have rehearsals. I mean, you're there all week, literally all week, and it's just crazy. And being with Connie and then Dion and Madeline and Allie and Blake and Benji. It's just,
Yeah, Benji Cates, I worked with his dad and Rusty
Oh,
in
Benji.
radio forever. And there's
Yeah.
another guy that's got a great voice and
He
loves
is.
to sing and
He is,
entertain.
yes, and he's a very good, what am I trying to say?
Teacher. Yeah,
Very
yeah.
good teacher. And he was very helpful, especially the first year I was there. He was very, very helpful in finding harmonies and being like, hey, maybe you can niche this or correct that just a little bit. I'm like, okay, yeah. And it's a very good learning experience, especially for someone of my age.
Well,
I
you
mean,
know,
at 15 years old.
the
it's
years
very-
that I worked with his dad, Rusty, at the radio station, was his father's the very same way. You find yourself, in your case, singing, or in my case, talking, and not realizing you're doing it in your own natural way until somebody, in a nice, gentle nudge way says, hey, if you tried it this way, and then you do it, you're like, oh my goodness, it's earth-shattering.
Right. It's very good learning experiences, and that's what I'm really grateful about with everything I've done up to this point in my career, is just learning along the way.
Well, here we are as we begin the month of October 2017, and I would imagine with the winter coming up, you're probably going to be playing all around the area. And,
I hope so.
Yeah, no kidding. But we've been spending some time today with Emily Raff. Check out her Facebook page, some of the things that I've asked her about, the Perry's Monument, Miss Ohio, meeting Nancy Wilson. You can check it out on her page and see what your life's been about this summer. It's been a whirlwind of fun, hasn't it?
Oh my gosh, it's so busy, but it's so worth it.
All right, let's start the show, or end the show as we started. Ready? O!
Oh!
H!
H!
I!
I?
O! Go Buckeyes! Hey, I'm Tommy. It's Emily. We'll see you later on Rock Show.
Imagine there's no heaven. Hey, it's easy if you try. Nowhere with us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Like there's no country, they just want to live. Nothing to kill or die for.